Welcome back. We are joined by Michelle Williams, who is the chairperson of the Rhythm of Change in Belize, and Tyfara Panton, who is the treasurer, and the second annual Yoga Fest is coming up. Belize International Yoga Fest is coming up.
This weekend.
This weekend, yes.
December 2nd and 3rd. We have 2 days. Last year was only one day. This year we extended it. People last year, we were just talking about it, Tyfara and I, people wanted more, so we gave them more.
So what are the plans for this weekend?
Well, starting December 2nd, we start at 6 a.m. with a mindfulness meditation with Jerry Enriquez. And then it goes all the way through to 7:30 p.m. We have yoga instructors have given themselves in a beautiful way of showing service. Local instructors are coming from all different parts of Belize to come and to share their classes, their different types of yoga, to talk about their centers, their studios. So there's going to be different classes from 6 a.m. on December 2nd all the way through to 7:30, and then December 3rd we start at 8 a.m. again, all different types of yoga, and then we close with a finale concert with Stefan Feroza Caetano. She's opening for the Garifuna Collective. So we're really lucky this year. We're doing it, we're bringing in that local flavor, and of course, who doesn't love the Garifuna Collective?
Yes,
I agree.
So, that sounds like a whole lot in 2 days. And I know we'll have the full schedule, but I wanted to talk a bit about just the evolution of the introduction of yoga through your studio, and how it evolved into a festival, and how you have found more people becoming attracted to practicing yoga.
Well, I think, and I attest to this, because there's an aspect of yoga that everybody can tap into. So there's the meditation aspect of yoga, which is still yoga. People seem to like to separate the two, that meditation and yoga is yoga, but it's all the same. And then there's the physical aspects. There's people that want yoga because of, like we were talking just earlier, because of the physical benefits, the health benefits, and also because of the emotional and mental benefits. So to get back to your question, I think when I opened Om Shanti, I just really wanted to share what had helped me. It was very simple, and it was just me, and I just wanted to share a little bit about what I had experienced and how I had experienced it, and share it through experience. And the more I talked about the things that I had experienced, the trials and tribulations of my own journey, and how yoga had improved it and helped me, I found that I was connecting with a lot of other people that had similar experiences, and so it just grew from there. And then we started to, Samia and Druin introduced me to Days of Healing, and we started to do Days of Healing every month, and then we started to do community classes, because there is a perception, and the perception is actually quite true, that yoga is only for a certain level of economic status. That if you can pay for yoga, I mean, there's a lot of yoga products that are very expensive, Lululemon, you can get like $150 yoga bra, things like that. And so you have this perception that it really is only for the elite. And I really wanted to change that, because I thought yoga is it's so much more than that. It's so much more than the commercial aspect. And so we kind of wanted to infiltrate the areas where maybe people couldn't pay $25 for a class. And basically that's how it started.
Rhythm of Change.
So we were doing outreach to Tyfara through Yogi Charu, Aloma, Jerry. Many of the board members that are part of Rhythm of Change now had started to help with the outreach before we actually named it Rhythm of Change. So we were doing outreach long before that.
With Days of Healing.
With Days of Healing, with St. Martin's. We teach at St. Martin's. And so we got together and we just decided, okay, let's make it something formal. And so we can spread the word, get volunteers, do more, because we were getting requests to do more. And so that's how it evolved. But one of the things, let me just quickly say why I think we were able to reach a lot is because one of the things that I wanted to do was to offer something for everyone.
And that's what I wanted to tap into, because it's fascinating when we do see the pictures of the kids doing yoga, or when you go into some of the facilities that are available, the hostel, the Wagner's facility, and even the prison. This is a new type, I want to call it exercise. This is a new activity for people in the communities that you first entered. What was the response when you have kids? Kids are naturally flexible, so I think they think the flexibility is cool. But when you get them to focus on breathing and understanding the mantras that they're doing, what is that like?
Well, like you said, the kids love the activity, you know, to be able to. I mean, I think a lot of kids in Belize are already kind of trying out that whole gymnastics thing. Like, you know, we have the tumblers in the parade and stuff like that. But once they get into it, you really do see a change in them. Like, we recently got reports from the youth hostel about how much it has calmed the children, and even at St. Martin's, you know, and they're just less reactive, you know, because of the mindfulness practices and the yoga. And, you know, yoga is for everyone, and it really helps you to be in the present moment, and I think that's what really starts changing you, you know, when you're in this present moment and you're just aware of, you know, what's going on and the situation that you're in, and you're making clearer decisions. And we see it affecting from the children all the way up. I mean, for me personally also, I feel like, you know, when I started yoga, I was doing like some more intense practices like vinyasa and Bikram, and then I started doing hatha, which is a more classical, like slower version of yoga, and that's the practice that I really connected with. So I think it's very important for people to not just go to one class and say, oh, I can't do yoga, or this is not for me. You know, like you have to find the type of yoga that really connects to you, you know, the person that you are, the person that you want to become. You know, it's an evolution, because, you know, I also, when I first started learning about yoga, thought, oh, it's exercise, you know, and
the biggest thing is I can't not flexible, so I can't do yoga.
Or I'm too big.
Or I'm too big. Or I'm too old. Or I have this, or I have that, and
you're not to anything.
You're not to anything. But you know what's so beautiful is we go in and we offer our class, and we do, you know, we do what we do, and it's not until recently there was some interviews being done, and the authentic, organic responses from the youth that came from those interviews was so beautiful, because they got it, and we were just doing what we do, but they got it. And when that happens, that's really quite something.
You know, there's an amazing picture up just now of you in the prison doing a class with the inmates. Now, not everybody is always open-minded to trying new things, and oftentimes they look at yoga and they see all the barriers you spoke about. Oh, it's for girls. Oh, it's, you know, I don't know what all they think. But what was that like? What I mean, look at that. That's many.
That's with Wagner's.
Yeah,
Wagner's.
Yeah.
Well, there is a perception that, oh, you're going to the prison. How are you? Are you safe? Are you? The women at the prison are so lovely, and they're so open, and they're so receptive. And recently, someone asked a group of the women there, why do you like yoga, or what is it about yoga? Because we get consistent attendance of probably about 25, and that's a little bit over half. So that's pretty good, and that's consistent. We're actually doing teacher training there because of the consistency. And she just said, it makes me feel civilized. And it makes people describe the calmness, people describe the tools that they use, the breathing techniques when they because things like anger and sadness, those are emotions that we can never not have. But it's how we manage them.
And I think that's what piques my curiosity, because every time you hear someone discuss yoga or talk about yoga, it's always, oh, it just calms me, just makes me feel at ease. What is it about yoga that makes a person feel so at ease and so calm?
It's the very same thing of being in the moment and being present and being aware, you know, and that doesn't mean, I mean, I have a very hectic life, and there are times when I just lose it. So even though I will talk, and meditation is and also part of yoga that I'm really connected to. Even though I will talk about my meditation practice and how peaceful I am, doesn't mean that
you don't have
life is life.
You're human.
Yeah, you're just so much more aware of what's happening. And I think you learn a little bit quicker about the reactions that you have that are not positive towards other people. I don't even like to use the words right and wrong, but I feel like wrong is when you're affecting someone negatively, you know, so you're just much more aware of what's happening when you react
and sometimes you're able to correct it, like you recognize that
so you're able to correct,
you recognize the patterns.
So next time, you know, when you're in that situation and that's the piece, then you're not going to react in the same way.
But to get to in a more medical or physical answer, the breath that you're taking, it's actually detoxifying your body, the different breath, and then the movements and the asana, the postures. Each posture has the different posture. Each posture has a specific benefit. So there are physical benefits that bring about that relaxation as well. And so the breathing, the postures, all those things culminate to make so when you leave, when you finish, you really can you can see the difference.
And it's a total shift of focus momentarily. Like I've gone to yoga classes completely flustered and walk away saying, what was I bothering about again? Because you're so focused on your movement, your breath.
It's the only I think it's the only practice that, can you imagine you're doing a twist, you're actually you're feeling, you're actually in contact with your body. There's a physical touch of your body, and then you can actually feel what's happening within your body. So you feel the twisting, you feel all that stuff. You're more conscious of your breath. So you're taking that time, and the breath can be very meditative too. So
And the hardest yoga pose is actually the lying down and breathing.
Yogi
No. It is the hardest for me, and I've heard from others as well.
Just being
the end of your practice.
We have a mutual friend, and he's pretty much a mentor, I think, to both of us. Yogi Charu, he's a Belizean yoga master. And he used to live in New York, and his clients were like some really famous people, and yoga has this perception, if you could do these really complicated postures, you're like superior. So, and this man has lived in the Himalayas. He's the real deal. So he would say, people would come up to him and say, Yogi Charu, give me your peak pose, man. What's your peak pose? And he's like, peak pose? My peak pose is Shavasana. And seriously, we're so active right now. We're so connected. Everything has to be now, that to lie down and breathe and not move for 30 minutes is
so hard.
Okay, well,
30 minutes.
15 minutes. 15.
Okay, well, I could see why that would be a little challenging.
And focus only on breathing. But there's so many different aspects, and I appreciate us delving into the work of Rhythm of Change and the response and the different people who've been connecting with yoga, because it also offers an opportunity for those who've been interested and skeptical and perhaps just a little bit curious to come out to the yoga festival itself.
Yes.
It's an international yoga festival.
Yes, international meaning that we have not only our wonderful yoga instructors, because Belize is blessed. We're a small country, and we have one or more yoga studios and instructors in every district but Orange Walk. Wow. And I think maybe that might change soon. So in Belize City, there's 3. There's Airbender Yoga Studio, there's Om Shanti, and there's Dr. Pelayo, the Himalaya Institute. So we have 3 in Belize City alone. Yep. In Placencia, I think that there's probably 5. There's Placencia Yoga, there's Eucalypto Yoga. There's yoga teachers. There's in Cayo, they have the Chaya Garden Ashram. In Belmopan, there is the Kemetic Yoga. Fabiola, she teaches at Belize Wellness. So there's
Corazon,
there's San Pedro, there's Akbul, there's a new Science and Soul Center, there's Zen, in Kikocker, there's also a yoga studio there. In Corazal, Farid, a board member, she holds free classes daily for the community. So there is yoga accessible. It's there for you, and so that's a beautiful thing. So all of these yoga instructors and studios will be coming out of this beautiful gift of unity and service. And we're very, very, very appreciative because the international people, they're coming, they're bringing themselves here.
Yeah.
And the local instructors, they're bringing themselves here to be a part of it. So the first day, it starts December 2nd at 6 a.m. with Jerry Enriquez with the mindfulness class. And then it runs all the way through. That says 6 p.m. The classes stop at 6 p.m. and then there's a kirtan, which is like a musical chanting from until 7:30. And then that's actually incorrect. The second day we start at 8 a.m. Sorry, that was the original flyer.
So if you go at 6, you do solo practice.
Yeah. But you know, it's usually a class is like $25, and we're giving the whole day for $35. And if you do the 2-day package, it's $50. And then children under 12 come half price, and the Garifuna Collective is $50. So you can do a full day's event for $100, full 2 days event
with everything,
with the concert. Yeah. And then we'll be having, there's going to be vegan food. We're going to be having like vegetarian and vegan food, healthy food, natural juices. We'll have our coconut water vendor. We'll have some delicious chocolate delights from Coco Love, from PG. Coco Love is coming all the way from PG. Natural products. We're going to be having massages, thigh massages, Reiki healing. We're going to have coffee, t-shirts for sale. We have one of our students from the youth hostel that practices yoga with us. He is going to be entering into independent living, and he's starting a tailoring business. And so he's going to be at the Rock stall selling his tailoring products. He's going to be making cushions, and it's Keith's Tailoring business or something like that it's called. But come and support him because he's working really hard this week to get everything ready to be able to sell.
There'll be children's yoga, so you can take the kids.
The children come half price under 12. Anything over that, everything under 12, it's half price. We have about 4 children's yoga classes throughout the 2 days.
What time?
The schedule, if you go to www.yogahealsbelize, our schedule is on the Belize International Yoga Festival page. So they're different. I think there's 2 classes each day of different yoga for children.
And what age do they have to be to go?
Well, there's only one class that is specific to 10 to 12-year-old. All the other classes are open.
Okay.
So, and that's being taught by Leon Guild. He's also a children's yoga teacher.
And a karate instructor.
Yes, he blends the two quite wonderfully. But if I can just clarify the location of the festival. So if you know where the Belize sign is, up at the fort by Baron Bliss Grave, by the tourism village, it's right across from there. It's where it was last year. It's a beautiful, I think we have pictures of the field. It's a big field. We'll be having vendors. We're going to have the tents up. 3 classes an hour going. So there's laughing yoga. We actually have a workshop.
There's laughing yoga?
Laughing
Why
yoga.
have I not done this yet?
Laughing yoga. It's actually, you look it up.
I love it.
It's known to really improve mood.
So do you just
I
laugh?
would do that, yeah.
I'm not telling you, it's fun.
Because laughing feels like a bit of exercise.
Yeah. So there we go. So mindfulness. So children's yoga 9:30 to 10 with Jarka, and Jarka comes from Placencia. She's a rock ambassador, and she's been offering free classes to the children of St. Vite for quite a while now, even before rock was even established. And she's doing children's yoga. And then we have vinyasa. We have the Baptiste Journey to Power Yoga, Yin Yoga. So it's just there's a lot of stuff.
So
going
there'll be a
on
lot
there.
to go through on the page.
There's
But
beginner
this is
yoga.
ultimately a fundraiser for the work that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us, treasurer.
She's like, we need your money.
No, I mean, it's like I said earlier, no, it's really amazing. We've been working with a lot of young people, and it's really amazing. It's like the change is almost immediate.
Yeah.
So there are so many programs that we have going on, and we need to be able to fund these programs.
Yeah.
So
You can find the programs on the Rhythm of Change website too, the yogahealsbelize.com.
we also work with the teachers, the counseling. What's the actual?
Well, through the Ministry of Education, we hold, Jeremy Enriquez holds mindfulness workshops. I think it's like 3 times a year.
Okay.
With the teachers and the counselors.
Yeah.
there.
So we're working
see
with
why they
people who
need
are
that.
also influencing,
Yeah.
you know, this next generation of you know, Belize, and we need money to do that.
Yeah.
So
We've been lucky
It's
because
a nonprofit organization.
Yeah.
it's a nonprofit
So
organization.
you're doing classes for free.
Yeah, everybody is really just giving of
volunteering.
themselves.
Yeah.
You know,
And
a lot.
we just need to cover things like, if anything, just things like gas, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why. But it also serves as a really nice way for yoga teachers to come and to get to know each other. Like the night before on Friday, we're gonna all gather and have a meal because some of us have never met. There's some new yoga instructors out at San Pedro through Science and Soul Center.
Yeah.
So we're getting to know them and just to kind of like come together and to, I guess, you know, connect
Yeah.
and to bond.
Yeah.
So where can people get tickets?
Okay, so here we go. You can get tickets at
Om Shanti,
Om Shanti Belize,
Cellular Plus.
Cellular Plus on Freetown Road. They have tickets there.
Okay.
Radisson at the front desk are selling tickets for us. And also at Euro Carib Shipping on 4th Street, just by the tourist village. They're also selling tickets for us. In San Pedro, Diana Snyder, who's a yoga teacher, and you can also find tickets at Ukbul. They have tickets there. San Pedro Belize Express is offering a special rate for people coming for the festival, but you have to show your ticket. So you have to, if you go, you'll get the special. You have to buy it ahead of time. And
But you can also show up and pay there,
I
or
don't
you
know,
prefer
but
tickets
Belizeans
ahead?
no like buy ticket ahead of time. they're gonna turn up on
You just get up and go.
But I mean, it's a wonderful opportunity to just come and try it if you've been curious, if you've been doing it for years and you just want to connect with other people who are really into yoga. You know,
we have beginners yoga. I think there's
Yeah.
3 beginners
There's
yoga.
beginners.
Yin yoga,
There's yin and
restorative
yoga.
yoga. It'll open your mind to what yoga is. It really will.
I'm really interested in the laughing
There you
one.
go. I know.
And
me too,
laughing.
yeah.
You know who's doing that? Kirsten from Ukbul. You know Ukbul out in San Pedro? They've been open for quite a while, and she's holding laughing yoga, and it's a big thing in the States. So let's get
We will trickle down here eventually. So we know the event takes place Saturday, Sunday here in Belize City. You can get discounts with San Pedro Belize Express. You can get a 1-day pass, a 2-day pass, including the concert. You can go just for the concert because some people are big Garifuna collective fans. And I think,
and you know,
there
it's
are other
really,
things on sale there
they're
that you can
always
support.
the Garifuna Collective are traveling so much. It's kind of a blessing to actually have so we can actually.
So we get to enjoy
yeah.
Amazing that
And
they've been
$50 is
available,
quite.
yeah.
I mean, it's so reasonable.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And there's yoga in service as well. So even if you're scared to try the physical stuff, you know, coming to the concert and paying that $50 that goes towards, you know, our programs is also yoga.
Yeah.
You know.
So you have some sponsors you wanted to thank.
Thank you. And then let me just stay right now. Okay, so our gold sponsors are BIC pens and stationery products. So we're really blessed to have them. The Love Foundation and also Maritime Estates Limited. Our silver sponsors are Radisson, Fort George Hotel and Marina, Idea Lab Studios, Niche, M&M Service Station and Hardware in Placencia, Special Events, Atlantic Bank, and Crystal. And then our bronze sponsors are Mirage Group of Companies, Atlantic Insurance, Belize Tourism Board, King's Rentals, and Blancano Lodge. So we're really grateful for our sponsors. We know it's kind of like, you know, economic times is a little tough these years, these days. So
And Christmas.
and Christmas. So we're so grateful for them to find value in what we're doing. You know.
And I just want to add also, it's really a family event. I mean, we don't have a lot of family events going on, you know. So it's really a chance for you to come out with the entire family and just have a great experience.
Yeah.
You know, I saw some kids come with their, like the kids kind of brought the parents last time, and it was just so amazing to see the parents get so excited, you know, about the activity that the kids were doing and the fact that they wanted more.
Yeah.
You know, so it was beautiful to see that connection, that family connection that was there.
Yeah, you're right. We don't really have that many activities or events like that, and this is something, and it's always going to be that. We're never going to change it. We're never going. It's always going to be.
So the key message is anybody can come, whether they've tried it before or never tried it. They can come to the yoga festival and participate.
And
at
no
any
matter
age
your
as well.
age, you know, yin yoga, restorative yoga.
I have a 79-year-old in my class, and she's doing some stuff. You know, it's just come and try.
Hatha, right? Yeah, Hatha. So.
All right.
Yeah.
So thank you for being here, and best of luck this weekend.